a veteran like we like to do each and every week here. And, hey Brian, I know you said this was a little long, but it is so interesting. I got to do it, okay? I mean, this lady right here, she's something else. This is the Elizabeth Ann Betty Weldon Harwell. She was born in 1928
Figured out.
in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania. I can't do the math that fast, but anyway, she's 88 years old, folks. And she grew up in Essington, Pennsylvania, just south of a suburb there near Philadelphia. Graduated from Ridley Park High School there in 1946. In 1948, she joined the U.S. Air Force in the 2nd Squadron of the Women in the Air Force at Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, a place I know well because that's where I did my basic training. And one of the highlights of her basic training, now get this, her squadron was chosen to march in President Harry Truman's inaugural parade in January 1949. Can you believe that? Harry Truman.
Yeah.
That's who was president for about a month after I was born. Your squadron was also the honor guard for Bob Hope's show that came to Lackland entertaining the troops in January. After basic, she was sent to Clerk Typist School in Fort Warren, now Francis E. Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, Wyoming. She was an honor student in her typing class. Nobody even knows, most people in this thing don't even know how to use a typewriter now. It's a computer that they use anyway. And she had the privilege to choose her next base. Boy, I wish I could have done that when I was in. Barksdale Air Force Base in Shreveport, Louisiana. She met her future husband, Corporal Lucky Harwell from Camden, Arkansas, who was a typing instructor. And now, believe it or not, anybody here remember the Dewey Decimal System?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Some of you who are really old can remember that. And he later went into personnel field, and she was assigned to the base legal office. In September 1949, the Air Training Command Unit was moved to Reese Air Force Base in Lubbock, Texas. I love it out there. But with no women's barracks there, they were sent to Ellington Air Force Base in Houston, where Betty also worked in the base legal office. Betty and Lucky kept in touch with each other. That's good to do with your husband, I guess, at least every once in a while. And they finally married in June 1950 in her home up in Pennsylvania. She got discharged in July 1950 and joined Lucky at Reese Air Force Base, where they stayed until he got discharged in 1952. Believe it or not, he got out the year I was born. So I'm old. So anyway, they moved to Essington, and in 1954, Lucky got recalled and was sent to Colorado Springs, Colorado. From there, they went to Japan, Hawaii, Washington, D.C., Orlando, Florida. That sounds like the old McCoy Air Force Base. Maybe the old Orlando Air Force Base. Yeah. You couldn't even land a plane at that base. He was in San Antonio, Ramstein, Germany, back to Shreveport, Louisiana. He finally retired in 1970, the year I graduated high school, as a senior master sergeant. He was in personnel for 16 years and retrained to become a loadmaster on C-124s and C-130s for his last 3 years. They have 2 kids, Linda, Ann, and Thomas, 3 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, 2 great-grandchildren. They were married 55 years when Lucky unfortunately passed away in 2005. Now she lives in Lake Alfred. She's active in the Auburndale VFW Auxiliary Post 4945 as kitchen chairman and treasurer. She was also a secretary at one time. She enjoys yard sailing. I love yard sailing because you don't have to be on the water that way. Country music, big band music from the 40s, emailing, researching genealogy, collecting magnets, and making nylon net scrubbies and doing a lot of reading as well. Okay. She also comes from a family of veterans. Listen to this. Her father was in the Army of Occupation in Germany after World War I. His brother was in the Army in Germany during World War I. Her brother was in the Navy in World War II and recalled during the Korean War. Her nephew was in the peacetime Navy, and her son was in the Air Force and also the Army during Operation Desert Storm. That is quite a family and quite a bit of history here. And I had to go through it all. This is a special lady right here. Give her a huge round of applause. And thank you to continue to work with the VFW. This is really very, very, very important.
That's my boss.
And there's the boss right there from the VFW. All right. And thanks to all of our veterans, whether you currently are serving or served in the past, we appreciate you all. If you would please rise now and remove your headgear, I'm going to turn things over to Brad Bennett. from the Auburndale Community Church. And I just want to ask you real quick, because we never mention the church that much, but if somebody's looking for a place to worship on a Sunday, even like before they come to a race sometime, tell us a little bit about the Community Church, where it's located, and service times and everything.